was tripping around the sea. And then I found some gold in the ground. I got the fever inside me. The first thing I found was a mine with no name. It felt good to be high on the green, 'cause in the mine you can't remember your name. So awesome sauce became the claim. La 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 la. You're mining for gold, but you're doing it all wrong. And I have to tell you now, there's another way. Found the pile of gold mining, they can show you how. And we'll even have some fun along the way. We're having fun mining gold down in the sun. Digging in the dirt is what we do. It's not really hard, don't be a puss, get in your car. Come on out to Vegas today.
Okay everyone, welcome back. So, I just want to show you guys what's going on right now. We're going to do a little bit of copper. Pull this out. It's not very hot yet, so it's okay. But what I'm going to want to do is I want to add some of my flux to it. Fold this in half so I don't make a mess everywhere. I want a little bit in there. About yay much. Close to around half. I'm going to take my copper. Just going to put it right in the middle like that. Alright, we're taking it, putting it right back into here. In 10-15 minutes, this should be to a point of where I want it. So, we'll put the lid on, and we'll wait patiently for this to do what it needs to do. Let me turn my heat up. Right now I have it on low, just preheating. There's that side. And there's that side. This should take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes to complete. But I'm going to sit and watch this. I probably won't video the whole thing, but we'll see. I did do a giveaway not that long ago on my Facebook page. For those of you that are subscribed to the YouTube page here, I would like it if you would to follow me on Facebook also, because you can win different items and different things there every once in a while when I do giveaways. I'm going to try and start doing some giveaways here on YouTube, solely on YouTube, but we're not doing that right at this time. So give it a whirl on Facebook there, look for us. You can see the flux down there starting to melt in. That's pretty cool. Well, looks like I lost my battery. It's that. It's getting ready to start melting down there. Can you see it starting to move? I'm gonna get my little, here's my poker item. Oh, I have misplaced my poker. There it is. So now it's getting a little bit melted down in there. Give it a couple pokes around just to help it melt down a little faster. Looks like I accidentally moved my crucible a little bit more than I needed to. That guy about right there, keep my swirl going. Well, that cooled off just a little bit because of that. So it'll take just a few more minutes. I will be back here in a second. So it's still going. It's getting close. I can see the metal getting nice and hot. We'll check back in on this here in a few minutes. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can really see it or not. Nah, it's too bright. Well, the wire is slowly melting down. It's getting there at the temp. It's got maybe another 5-10 minutes left. We'll see here. Hopefully this gets hot enough. I have enough propane left to even get a full melt out of it. So we'll see. We will see. Autofocus is on. What the heck? There we go. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know about that contest I was talking about a few minutes ago. The one that's on Facebook. The winners were, the first winner was John Shaw, who won a bag of gold pay dirt. And the other winner was Kenneth Wayne Duggins Jr., who won a silver sample. I'll be contacting you guys here soon. If you guys don't contact me before I contact you, that is. But I'll talk to you guys here soon. I'm going to finish this off and hopefully give you a pour to see. Not going great because typically I'd use MAP gas for this because MAP gas is hotter. Not by much, but just enough. It just seems to work that much better, I think. Come on, get down there. Wire is also somewhat hard to work with because it's so straight. I mean, if I'd have chopped it up into small little chunks, it probably would have worked a lot better. But I didn't. I just wrapped it up, put it in, and hope for the best. But it is starting to melt out there. I mean, some of it's still sitting on the poker here. You'll see that. Which my poker is just a coat hanger, if you were wondering. I don't know if this is actually going to be hot enough. I've lost a lot of pressure on my propane tanks, so they're not pushing up full temp that they should, I don't think. But it is centered where it needs to be, so it's going good in there. It's just not getting the heat I want yet. But a few more minutes might change that. We don't know yet. I'll see. Rock on, folks. Be back in a minute. Okay, so I'm getting closer to the end where I'm going to get the pour out. Most of the wire has melted down. It's got a few more minutes left. I did end up having to add a lot more flux to this copper to get it to do what it needed to do, just because there was that much copper. So a few more minutes, hopefully, and then I'll pour. But I think I might have lost one of my torches. Nah, they're both good. Yeah, good in there. As long as my crucible doesn't burn through from being on this heat for so long. I've had a crucible burn out right out the side. Kinda was not cool. Lost a bunch of what was in there. I had to scrape down the kiln and everything. Still a little bit of wire left in there, I can feel it. Kind of feels granular. Look how hot that is. Alright, well, I'll be back in a few minutes. Looks like it's getting a lot closer. I can tell usually by the color on top how hot it is, but alright. Burb. Alright everybody, so I'm back. I'm ready to do the pour. I'm gonna turn off my gas over here. Turn off my gas over here. Fart sounds. Set that on my wood there. Move my ring. As you can tell, the ring is split there. Can you see that? They do that because of the thermal expansion. Anyhow, let's see how this looks. Looks like it all came out pretty easy. Good. That looks pretty cool. Give that enough time to cool. Yeah. Looks like it did solidify. It didn't get to the highest temp than it needed. That's why I like the MAP gas. It also takes less time to get to its high heat. And if you're really brave, you could go and you could use like a cutting torch if you really wanted to, but it's an easy way to ruin your crucible. I mean, really easy way to ruin a crucible. You can burn right through a graphite crucible with a cutting torch. So a lot of jewelers will take a graphite crucible similar to that, and they'll cut a hole in it so they can fit their torch inside of it, and they'll use that as like a little mini kiln so that they can make little tiny welds on chains and other items. So this is staying hot for quite a while. That's cool. Yes, I could have poured it directly into the water and gotten something different shaped out of it, but that's best done with a clean material with no flux added, because then you end up with pieces of flux stuck to your stuff, and that's just kind of gross. I'm actually going to grab this and I'm going to put it upside down here and roll it around a little bit to get the last of the stuff that's on it off. There we go. That stuff that's there now will just come off later. It's just a little bit of borax. So, alright, so that finally cooled off enough not to be on fire. That's good. Not quite to a point where I can remove it from the flux or anything, or the other impurities that have gathered into it, but I'll be able to clutch it. Yeah, it looks pretty good actually. There we go. Oh yeah, it wasn't done at all. There's still a bit of it stuck here. Let's see if I can pry it off. Get it in there with the rest of that. That could be flux or it could be metal. I'm going to assume it's the flux because it's stringy. Flux gets kind of strange. Alright, let's see what this come out looking like. Interesting. The flux is reddish. Right, well, I'm going to smack this a couple of times. Get it cleaned up a little bit. Put it there. Forgot my welding hammer here. That's some pretty tough flux there. Crazy how it changed color. Usually my flux comes out black, but this time it came out with this red color. So obviously it was copper with something else in it. Let me grab an actual hammer. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's my hammer. It's just my hatchet. The flux is freaking on there so good. Wow. Anyhow, there's a copper ingot. Still has some impurities of the flux in there that didn't separate off. Like I said, not high enough heat for the copper to actually fully melt, which is why it has this shape to it. But still cool, still fun. Let's see. View of it here if you can. Like I said, the reason it was that brittle is because it didn't get to the high enough temperature to actually melt the copper like I wanted it to. Like I said, likely because I was using propane and not MAP gas. But that's okay. Doesn't matter to me, just copper. You won't have that problem with gold or silver ever because it melts at a much lower temperature. That's why you use silver as a solder for copper pipes. So there's a little bit of information for you, and I'm getting close to that 15-minute marker that I was aiming for. So everybody rock on and have fun, and I'll do something else cool here soon. And congratulations to you two winners, John Shaw and Kenneth Wayne Dugans Jr. And we'll be in touch soon. Get you your 2 items. All right? Rock on, everyone. Have fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.